Hi, welcome to Seshu-Solutions. This is part 2 video of the exponents. In this video, I'm going to explain you about negative exponents. Okay? So, what is the reciprocal of x? The reciprocal of x is 1 over x. Okay? The reciprocal of x is 1 over x. What is the reciprocal of 1 over y? Which is y. Okay? So in negative exponents, we have two formulas over here. If you have x to the power of minus n, to write it as a positive exponent, you will write it as 1 over x to the power of n. That means it is a reciprocal of x to the power of n. Okay. Similarly, if you have 1 over y to the power of minus n, so the denominator has the negative power. So if it comes to the numerator, it will become a positive exponent. Okay. In the numerator, if you have a negative exponent, if you move it to the denominator, it will become a positive exponent, which is 1 over x to the power of n. Similarly, if you have 1 over y to the power of minus n, in the denominator, if you have a negative exponent, if you move that to the numerator, it will become a positive exponent. Okay, let's start with few examples. So the first example here we have is 2 to the power of minus 5. So in the top, it is a positive negative exponent. So if you make that number to the denominator, if you bring that number to the denominator, it is 1 over 2 to the power of 5, then it will become positive. Then you know how to expand the positive exponents, right? 2 to the power of 5 is nothing but 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Because the 2 is raised to the fifth power, you're writing 2 5 times. Okay. So 1 over 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. Okay. Now, in the second example, it is 4 to the power of minus 2. So the power is a negative exponent. So if the power is a negative exponent, you will make it as positive by bringing it to the denominator. Denominator is at the bottom, so which is 1 over 4 to the power of 2. So 1 over 4 times 4, which is equal to 1 over 16. Now, in this case, the third example, it is 1 over 3 to the power of minus 3. In the denominator, it is negative. So if you move it to the numerator, it will become a positive exponent. So 3 to the power of 3. Only the power will change it to positive. Okay. So 3 to the power of 3 is nothing but 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. In the fourth example, we have 5 to the power of minus 3 and 4 to the power of minus 3. So both the numerator and the denominator has the negative exponents. So to make it positive, what you will do is, we will switch the 5 to the power of minus 3, the numerator, to denominator to make it as a positive exponent, 5 to the power of 3. Again, the denominator has 4 to the power of minus 3. That you will bring it to the numerator to become 4 to the power of 3. Okay, so 5 to the power of minus 3 over 4 to the power of minus 3, we are writing it as 4 to the power of 3 and 5 to the power of 3 on the bottom. Now, 4 to the power of 3 is nothing but 4 times 4 times 4. And 5 to the power of 3 is nothing but 5 times 5 times 5. So we know now 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, let me go to another example. We know that 3 to the power of minus 2, it is in the numerator. So if you bring the whole number to the bottom, it will become a positive exponent 3 square. So 1 over 3 times 3, which is equal to 1 over 9. Okay. Similarly, we can apply the negative exponents to the variable too. x to the power of minus 3. So if you bring that to the bottom, it is 1 over x to the power of 3, which is nothing but 1 over x times x times x. Okay. In the seventh example, we have 2 times x to the power of minus 2. Okay. So 2 times x to the power of minus 2. The base is x and the power is minus 2. So if you bring it to the bottom, it is 1 over x square. Okay, which is 1 over x square. So x square is nothing but x times x. Okay, see here we are not moving the 2 down. Okay, only the x power is negative exponent, so that you're bringing it to the bottom. Okay. 6 to the power of minus 3, which is nothing but 1 over 6 to the power of 3. 6 to the power of minus 3, it is on the top numerator. So if you bring it to the denominator, it will become a positive exponent, 6 to the power of 3. So which is nothing but 6 times 6 times 6. So 1 over 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. Okay, in the ninth example, if you see, 4a square has positive exponents. 4 is a regular whole number and a square, a to the power of positive 2. So that we will keep as it is. Okay, now we have b to the power of minus 3 on the top. So if you bring it to the bottom, it will become b to the power of 3. And c to the power of minus 5 is in the numerator. So if you bring it to the bottom, it will become c to the power of 5. Okay. So in the next example, it is 2 to the power of minus 6. It is on the numerator. So when you bring it to the bottom, it will become 1 over 2 to the power of 6. So 1 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, you're writing 2 6 times. Okay, which is 1 over 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. So the answer is 1 over 64. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. So it is 1 over 64. So 2 to the power of minus 6. In the numerator, you have a negative exponent. So when you move it to the bottom, it will become a positive exponent. In the 11th example, it is 1 over 10 to the power of minus 3. In the denominator, you have a negative power. So when you move it to the numerator, it will become a positive power, 10 to the power of plus 3 or 10 to the power of 3, which is nothing but 10 times 10 times 10, which is equal to 1000. Okay. In the next example, it is 1 by 2 to the power of minus 2. So you will apply the power to both the numbers. So 1 to the power of minus 2 and 2 to the power of minus 2. So when you flip the numbers, it will become a positive exponents. So which is 2 square and 1 square. 2 square is nothing but 2 times 2 and 1 square is nothing but 1 times 1. 2 times 2 is 4 and 1 times is 1 is 1. So which is 4 over 1 is 4. Okay. Now we have 0.5 to the power of minus 2. Right. So which is nothing but when you first thing you have to make it to positive exponent. It is 0.5 to the power of positive 2 because in the numerator it is negative exponent. If you bring it to the bottom, it became a positive exponent. So 0.5 times 0.5. Okay. So we know 5 times 5 is 25. And after the decimal point, you have one number here, one digit here. Total, we have 2 digits. So we have to move 2 places to the left and keep the decimal point. So it is 1 over 0.25. If you guys have any trouble in doing decimal multiplication or decimal division, I posted the videos. You can go and check it over there. Okay. So in the next example, it is 3xy to the power of minus 4. 3 times x times y to the power of minus 4. So first you will apply the exponent. 3 to the power of minus 4 and x to the power of minus 4 and y to the power of minus 4. So to make it positive, so you will write it as 1 over 3 to the power of 4, x to the power of 4 and y to the power of 4. Okay. So now we will do what is 3 to the power of 4, which is nothing but 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times, right? So 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. So you will write this answer as 1 over 81 x to the power of 4 and y to the power of 4. Okay, so you're making the negative exponents as a positive exponents, but if it is in the numerator, you're bringing them to the denominator. If in the denominator, if you have a negative exponent, you will move it to the top to become a positive exponent. Okay, this, it is 1 over, first apply the exponent. It is 2 to the power of minus 3, a to the power of minus 3, b to the power of minus 3, c to the power of minus 3. Now, all the numbers are the negative exponents in the denominator. So, if you jump it to the numerator, it will become a positive exponent. So, 2 to the power of 3, a to the power of 3, b to the power of 3, and c to the power of 3. What is 2 to the power of 3 value? You're writing 2 3 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So 2 to the power of 3 is nothing but 8. A to the power of 3, B to the power of 3, C to the power of 3. Okay. So in negative exponents, if you have any number in the numerator negative power, if you bring it to the denominator, it will become a positive power. Okay. I hope I gave you a clear idea about negative exponents. And I will add the PDF in the description link below along with the worksheet so that you guys can practice. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.